What if I told you that between 2015 and 2024, over 100 quarterbacks have been selected in the NFL draft? That's a crazy number, I know. But you know what's even crazier than that? Combing through over 100 quarterback stats, trying to figure out which of these draft classes has produced the best quarterback class. And that's exactly what I did. Welcome back to another video. Just like last time, my name is Nick. I got my notes right here like always, and today that's exactly what we're doing, is ranking the best quarterback classes from 2015 to 2024. I did exclude 2025 just because those guys have only been in the league for 1 year. I didn't think it was fair to throw them in with more established quarterback classes. So they will have a bye till next year, should I do this video again. But let's get into it. Starting out with number 10, I have the 2015 draft. The first quarterback taken that year was Jameis Winston. He went first overall to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Overall, only 7 quarterbacks were selected that entire draft, and that is by far the lowest number out of any of the years I have included in this list. I do have Jameis Winston selected as the best quarterback taken in that draft. His NFL record is 36-53, which is not great. He has 1,981 completions on 3,244 pass attempts. He has passed for 24,792 yards, and he has 156 touchdowns to 113 interceptions. In 2015, he did win Rookie of the Year, and he was a Pro Bowl selection that year. But famously or infamously, in 2019, he had a 30 for 30 season. He had 33 touchdowns and 30 interceptions, and that was the last year that he was in Tampa Bay. He got replaced by some guy named Tom Brady. Not that he has anything to do with this video. He's basically been a backup ever since he left Tampa Bay, and that's pretty much it. Other notable QBs from this draft, we have Marcus Mariota, who was selected second overall by the Tennessee Titans. And then Brett Hundley was taken 147th overall by the Green Bay Packers, and he last played in the XFL with the Vegas Vipers. Other than Jameis Winston making the Pro Bowl, the only other real accolade that this draft class has is Trevor Siemian won the Super Bowl as a part of the Denver Broncos. It was Super Bowl 50, but he was a third-string quarterback behind Peyton Manning and Brock Osweiler, so I don't think he had any playing time at all that season. Coming in at 9th place, I have the 2022 NFL draft class. The first QB taken was Kenny Pickett, and he was taken 20th overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 2022 draft only had 9 quarterbacks taken, and Kenny Pickett was the only one taken in the first 2 rounds of that draft. My pick for the best quarterback this year is Mr. Irrelevant himself, Brock Purdy. He was taken 262nd overall by the San Francisco 49ers. His record in the NFL, he has 30 wins, 15 losses. He has 919 completions on 1,353 pass attempts. He has already hit 11,685 passing yards, and he has 84 touchdowns to 37 interceptions. In 2023, Purdy led the league in average yards per play with 9.6 yards and passer rating with 113 passer rating. He also led the San Francisco 49ers to a Super Bowl appearance that year. Other notable selections include Malik Willis, 86th overall to Tennessee. He just signed that big contract with the Dolphins, so we'll see if that pans out. Maybe if he kind of figures out what's going on in Miami, turns that ship around, maybe that could help bump this 2022 draft class higher than 9th the next time I do this video. Matt Corral was also taken 94th overall this year by Carolina. He is playing with the Birmingham Stallions in the UFL. And Bailey Zappi was taken 137th overall by the New England Patriots. He is currently with the New York Jets. In total, this draft has produced 1 Pro Bowl, 5 Super Bowl appearances, and 3 Super Bowl wins. Those Super Bowl wins are Kenny Pickett. He was a backup with the Eagles last 2 seasons ago when they won, and Chris Oladokun has 2 Super Bowls as backup or third string with the Kansas City Chiefs. Eighth place, I have the 2021 NFL Draft. First quarterback taken was Trevor Lawrence. He went first overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. 10 QBs in total were selected in 2021. 5 of them were in the first round. Only one of these 5 first-round quarterback picks is currently still with the team that drafted them, and that is Trevor Lawrence, which, funny enough, I do have him selected as the best quarterback from this draft. He has a 35-42 record in the NFL. He has 1,629 completions on 2,594 pass attempts. He has 17,822 passing yards. He has 98 touchdowns to 58 interceptions. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure he's going to hit that 100 touchdown mark this season, barring any sort of injury a la Aaron Rodgers his first season with the Jets. Lawrence has brought the Jags to the playoffs twice, but only has a postseason record of 1-2. Lawrence was a Pro Bowler in 2022. Other notable picks from this season include Justin Fields he was selected by the Chicago Bears 11th overall, and he is now with the Kansas City Chiefs. And Mac Jones went 15th overall to the New England Patriots. He is now with the San Francisco 49ers. There have been 2 Pro Bowl appearances by quarterbacks from this draft, Trevor Lawrence in 2022 and Mac Jones in 2021. And this draft actually has a Super Bowl championship. It is Ian Book, who was the third string quarterback when the Philadelphia Eagles won 2 seasons ago, sitting behind Jalen Hurts and the aforementioned Kenny Pickett. At 7th, I have the 2017 draft. The first quarterback selected was Mitch Trubisky. He went 2nd overall to the Chicago Bears. There were 10 quarterbacks selected in this entire draft, and this might have been the easiest one to pick the best quarterback from this draft. It's some guy named Patrick Mahomes. He was selected 10th overall by the Kansas City Chiefs. He has a record of 95-31 in the NFL. He has 3,093 completions on 4,673 passing attempts. He has 35,939 passing yards, and he has 267 touchdowns to just 85 interceptions. The Chiefs, with Mahomes under center, have made 5 Super Bowl appearances, winning 3 of them. In those 3 Super Bowl wins, he has won the Super Bowl MVP all 3 times. He is a 2-time NFL MVP, a 1-time Offensive Player of the Year, and a 6-time Pro Bowler. Just in case you needed a refresher on his stats and accolades. Other notable selections from this draft, I was really debating putting this guy on here, but you don't get the full picture of this draft without mentioning. Deshaun Watson went 12th overall to Houston. He is currently with the Cleveland Browns, but who knows what his playing time is going to look like. His career has been derailed by controversy. And journeyman Josh Dobbs went 135th overall this draft to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just thought that was a interesting one to throw in because he's played almost everywhere in the NFL. Outside of Patrick Mahomes' selections, the rest of this QB class combines for just 4 Pro Bowl selections. And that's why the 2017 draft is so far back. Yes, Patrick Mahomes might be the best quarterback in the league right now, but I am looking at overall this entire draft's quarterback class, and Patrick Mahomes is really the only quarterback that has amounted to anything at the NFL level. So, any haters, I'm sorry. It's just Patrick Mahomes carries the Chiefs already. He can't carry the 2017 draft to be higher than that because there are drafts that have way better QB classes. At 6th, we have the 2023 draft. The first quarterback taken that year was Bryce Young. He went first overall to the Carolina Panthers. There were 14 QBs selected in the 2023 draft, but my choice for the best QB selected that year is CJ Stroud. He went second overall to the Houston Texans. Since joining the league, he has a record of 28-18. He has 928 completions on 1,454 pass attempts. He has already hit 10,876 passing yards, and he has 62 touchdowns to 25 interceptions. CJ Stroud has brought the Texans to the playoffs every year since he has joined the league. He does have a 3-3 record in the playoffs, though. So hopefully the Texans can figure that out, turn things around, make a deeper run into the playoffs than the second round, because every year they've gone 1-1 in those playoffs. Stroud was the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023, and he was a Pro Bowl that same season. Other notable selections at QB from this draft, we have Anthony Richardson going 4th overall to the Indianapolis Colts. Will Levis, who was selected 33rd overall by the Tennessee Titans, and it looks like his time there might be done. They have Cam Ward now, and they just signed Mitch Trubisky, so we'll see. Will Levis probably ends up as the third in that QB room, if you ask me. Stetson Bennett, who I don't believe has ever taken a regular season NFL snap, but I just figured I'd throw him. He went 128th overall in this draft to the Los Angeles Rams. And Aiden O'Connell, I threw in just because he had that stint where he was the starter for the Raiders. He went 135th overall to Las Vegas in this draft. Outside of CJ Stroud's 2 accolades, there is nothing between the rest of this draft class. I think Bryce Young is going to do good things in Carolina. I think CJ Stroud's going to do good. But still, those two, having 2 quarterbacks that I have higher expectations for, is still better than the 2017 draft with just Patrick Mahomes. So I feel like I'm going to have to justify having 2017 so low. At 5th, I have the 2019 draft. The first quarterback taken that year was Kyler Murray. He went 1st overall to the Arizona Cardinals. 11 QBs were selected in the 2019 draft. My pick for the best quarterback selected, Kyler Murray. Since joining the league, he has a record of 38, 48, and 1. So not great at all. But it's the best from that draft class. He has 1,974 completions on 2,941 pass attempts. He has 20,460 passing yards. He has 121 touchdowns and 60 interceptions, and he also has 32 rushing touchdowns. Murray did win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2019, and he is a 2-time Pro Bowler going in 2020 and 2021. Other notable QBs from this draft, we have Daniel Jones, who went 6th overall to the New York Giants, now with the Indianapolis Colts. Jarrett Stidham, who went 133rd overall to the New England Patriots, now with the Denver Broncos. And Gardner Minshew went 178th overall that year to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is now with the Arizona Cardinals. The total accolades for this draft, Drew Lock did just win the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks this past season, and Gardner Minshew was a Pro Bowler in 2023. Coming in at 4, we have the 2016 NFL Draft. First quarterback taken that year was Jared Goff. He went 1st overall to the Los Angeles Rams. Astoundingly, 15 QBs were selected in this draft. But I do have Jared Goff as the best quarterback selected. And at first I was like, is that a wonky pick? I don't think it is. After I looked up his stats, I was like, wow, Jared Goff's actually a really solid quarterback that I don't think gets talked about nearly as much as he should for the stats he's putting up. His record in the NFL is 90 wins, 60 losses, and 1 tie. He has 3,440 completions on 5,224 pass attempts. He has 39,622 passing yards, 256 touchdowns, 102 interceptions, and he has an additional 12 rushing yards or rushing touchdowns. Could you imagine being in the NFL for 10 years at this point and only having 12 rushing yards? I mean, I have 0 rushing yards in the NFL, so 12 would be great, but no, 12 rushing touchdowns. Jared Goff has been a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he was the first quarterback in NFL history to have a 100% completion, pass completion during a game. Sorry, I totally flubbed on that. He is the first quarterback to complete every pass in a game. He completed 18 passes on 18 attempts. He also has led the Rams to a Super Bowl appearance, and he has brought the Lions to the NFC Championship game. Other notable QBs that were selected in this draft: Carson Wentz. If I'm not mistaken, this is the year that the Rams and the Eagles both traded up to 1 and 2 to select Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, and neither of those QBs are on either of those teams that traded up with them, because Carson Wentz is now with the Minnesota Vikings. Paxton Lynch went 26th overall in this draft to the Denver Broncos, and he is now playing arena football. And Dak Prescott went 135th overall in this draft to the Dallas Cowboys. Some accolades from the rest of this draft class that is not Jared Goff. We have a Super Bowl win for Carson Wentz with the Philadelphia Eagles. Basically brought them to the playoffs, then got hurt, and Nick Foles finished the job. Jacoby Brissett won a Super Bowl with the New England Patriots. I believe it was that one that they beat Jared Goff. Carson Wentz has 1 Pro Bowl selection. Dak Prescott has 4 Pro Bowl selections, and Dak Prescott did win Offensive Rookie of the Year that season. At number 3, I have the 2024 NFL Draft. Now you might be thinking, you excluded 2025 because those guys didn't have enough time in the NFL. But 2024 is 3rd on your list. I have very high expectations for the 2024 quarterbacks. First QB taken that year was Caleb Williams. He went 1st overall to the Chicago Bears. 11 QBs overall were taken in this draft. I think there could be an argument made for Caleb Williams being the best QB from this draft. I did not choose him. I chose Drake May. He went 3rd overall to New England in the 2024 draft. He has a record of just 17 and 12, but in his first season with the Patriots, they were terrible. He went 3 and 9, I believe, that first season with the Patriots, and then 14 and 3 this past season with them. He has 579 completions on 830 pass attempts, 6,670 yards, 46 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Drake May is already a 2-time Pro Bowler, and he has led the Patriots to a Super Bowl appearance this past February. Other notable QBs from this draft: Jaden Daniels went 2nd overall to the Washington Commanders. Michael Penix Jr. went 8th overall to the Atlanta Falcons, and Bo Nix went 12th overall to the Denver Broncos. Other accolades outside of Drake May: we have a Pro Bowl appearance by Jaden Daniels in 2024, and Jaden Daniels also won Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. This draft class is this high off pure speculation that these quarterbacks are going to keep going at the rate that they're going, because 3 of the teams that drafted quarterbacks from 2024 were in the playoffs last year. That was the Bears, the Patriots, and the Broncos. And the Patriots and the Broncos met in the AFC Championship game with second-year quarterbacks. So I have high expectations for 2024. That's why they are this high on this list. At number 2, we have the 2020 NFL Draft. The first quarterback taken that year was Joe Burrow. He went first overall to the Cincinnati Bengals. Overall, 13 QBs were taken in that draft, but my pick for the best QB, just the second time in this video that it is not a first round pick, Jalen Hurts, who went 53 overall to the Philadelphia Eagles. He has a record of 57-25. He has 1,542 completions on 2,393 passing attempts. He is at 17,891 passing yards. He has 110 touchdowns to 45 interceptions, and he has an additional 63 rushing touchdowns. Hurts has led the Eagles to the Super Bowl twice, winning one of them. He is a Super Bowl MVP and a 3-time Pro Bowler. Other notable QBs taken in this draft: the player that famously replaced Jalen Hurts in the national championship in college, Tua Tagovailoa, went 5th overall to the Miami Dolphins. He is now on the Atlanta Falcons. Justin Herbert went 6th overall to the Los Angeles Chargers, and Jordan Love went 26th overall to the Green Bay Packers. Accolades include a Pro Bowl for Tua in 2023, 2 Pro Bowls for Justin Herbert in 2021 and 2025, and 3 Pro Bowl selections for Joe Burrow in 2022, 2024, and 2025. And Justin Herbert did win the Offensive Rookie of the Year award that year. Anybody that has watched this long already knows who my selection for the best draft class is, and that is the 2018 NFL Draft. First quarterback taken that year was Baker Mayfield. He went 1st overall to the Cleveland Browns. Overall, 13 QBs were selected that year in the draft. My pick for the best, Lamar Jackson, 32nd overall to the Baltimore Ravens. He has a record of 76-31 in the NFL. He has 1,870 completions on 2,888 pass attempts. He has 22,608 passing yards, 187 touchdowns to 56 interceptions, and an additional 35 rushing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP, winning the award in 2019 and 2023, and a 4-time Pro Bowl selection. Other notable QBs that were selected in this draft: Sam Darnold went 3rd overall to the New York Jets. He is now with the Seattle Seahawks. Josh Allen went 7th overall that year to the Buffalo Bills. And Mason Rudolph went 76th overall to Pittsburgh. And here is why I have this group as the best QB class from this past decade or so. Accolades: we have 1 Super Bowl win with Sam Darnold with the Seattle Seahawks this past February. He is one of the only QBs that I have talked about that has been drafted, other than like Patrick Mahomes, that has won. He has actually played to win the Super Bowl. MVPs: we have 1 MVP award for Josh Allen. This is the only draft that has produced 2 MVP caliber quarterbacks. And we have 8 total Pro Bowl selections other than Lamar Jackson's total, which would bring it to 12, including his 4. We have 2 selections for Sam Darnold, 4 for Josh Allen, and 2 for Baker Mayfield, which leads me to conclude that the best QB class from the most recent NFL drafts is the 2018 draft. You let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who do you think the best QB draft class is from the past 10 years? If you made it this far, you might as well hit that subscribe button, just like always. But until then, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.